What shapes your financial future most? Your education or your mindset? Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki asks us to rethink everything we know about money, work, and wealth. The story's emotional depth and central message are driven by the stark contrast between two father figures, each representing a different philosophy of life and success. On one side stands the highly educated and cautious father, a man shaped by traditional values. He believes in formal education, academic achievement, and job security as the safest path to success. His mindset is careful and risk-averse. He values stability over uncertainty and sees financial safety in stable employment, structured career progression, and disciplined saving. To him, making mistakes, especially financial ones, is something to avoid at all costs. His guidance reflects a worldview where knowledge comes from institutions, credentials define competence, and security is the ultimate goal. In contrast, the second father figure is daring and financially savvy, embodying a completely different approach to life. Rather than relying solely on formal education, he prioritizes practical learning, financial intelligence, and strategic risk-taking. He understands how money works, not just in terms of earning it, but in terms of making it grow through investments, assets, and opportunities. Where the first father sees danger, this father sees possibility. He encourages curiosity, independence, and the courage to step outside conventional paths. For him, failure is not something to fear, but a valuable teacher that builds resilience and insight. These two figures do more than simply differ. They actively shape the protagonist's internal conflict. One voice urges caution, predictability, and adherence to societal norms, while the other inspires boldness, innovation, and financial empowerment. This tension becomes the foundation of the story, as the protagonist must navigate between these opposing ideologies to form their own identity and belief system. Ultimately, the contrast highlights a broader theme: the difference between working for security and working for opportunity. It challenges the reader to reflect on what true success means. Is it stability and safety, or freedom and growth? Through these two father figures, the story explores not only financial perspectives, but also deeper questions about risk, education, mindset, and the courage to think differently. The figure of the poor dad represents a mindset deeply rooted in society's conventional definition of success. He follows a well-established blueprint: excel in school, earn good grades, obtain a respectable qualification, and secure a stable job with a reliable income. This path is often reinforced by family, education systems, and societal expectations, all of which emphasize predictability and security as the ultimate goals. To him, success is measured by consistency, steady employment, regular paychecks, and gradual accumulation of savings. His approach to money is cautious and defensive. He believes in working hard for money, budgeting carefully, and saving diligently for the future. Risk, in his view, is something to be minimized or avoided altogether. Investments that involve uncertainty can seem intimidating or even irresponsible. As a result, he tends to favor traditional financial habits such as saving in banks, paying off debts steadily, and avoiding ventures that lack guaranteed returns. While this mindset offers stability and reduces the likelihood of major financial losses, it also comes with hidden limitations. By prioritizing safety above all else, the poor dad often misses opportunities for growth and wealth creation. He may overlook investments, business ventures, or innovative career paths that could yield higher returns but require calculated risk. Over time, this approach can lead to financial stagnation, where income is tied strictly to effort and time, rather than building systems or assets that generate wealth independently. Moreover, his philosophy can unintentionally create a comfort zone that resists change. Even when better opportunities arise, the fear of uncertainty can prevent him from stepping outside familiar boundaries. This can limit not only financial potential, but also personal growth, as learning often comes from taking informed risks and adapting to new challenges. In essence, while the poor dad achieves what many would consider a safe and respectable life, the trade-off is often a lack of financial freedom and untapped potential. His story highlights the cost of playing it too safe, where security is gained, but at the expense of exploration, innovation, and the possibility of greater reward. Now enters the rich dad, a figure who challenges and redefines everything the traditional mindset teaches. Where others see money as something to earn and spend carefully, He views it as a tool to be understood, controlled, and multiplied. His core principle is simple yet powerful. Do not work for money, make money work for you. Instead of focusing solely on earning a salary, the rich dad emphasizes building and acquiring assets, things that generate income independently of one's direct effort. These include investments, businesses, real estate, and other income-producing ventures. To him, wealth is not measured by how much you earn, but by how effectively your money continues to grow and produce more money on its own. He teaches that financial intelligence is just as important, if not more important, than formal education. Understanding concepts like cash flow, assets versus liabilities, risk management, and opportunity recognition becomes the foundation for lasting wealth. Rather than fearing risk, he encourages calculated risk-taking, seeing mistakes as valuable lessons rather than failures to avoid. The rich dad's philosophy also shifts the role of work itself. Instead of working harder for a paycheck, he advocates working smarter to create systems and opportunities that generate ongoing income. He encourages thinking like an owner or investor rather than an employee, focusing on how to build something that continues to produce value long after the initial effort is made. This mindset transforms the goal from mere job security to financial independence. Money becomes a servant, not a master. Instead of being trapped in the cycle of earning and spending, the individual begins to build streams of income that provide freedom of time, choice, and opportunity. Ultimately, the rich dad doesn't just offer a different financial strategy, he offers a different way of thinking. He reframes money from something to chase into something to direct, empowering individuals to move beyond survival and into a space of growth, control, and lasting wealth. The principles taught by the rich dad can be distilled into a powerful mindset shift that transforms how one approaches money, work, and opportunity. To begin with, he emphasizes the importance of building assets that consistently put money in your pocket. Rather than relying solely on a paycheck, he encourages investing in ventures, such as businesses, property, or other income-generating opportunities, that create steady cash flow over time. These assets become the foundation of financial independence, allowing money to grow beyond the limits of personal labor. Alongside this is the willingness to take calculated risks. Unlike reckless decisions, calculated risks are grounded in knowledge, research, and careful judgment. The rich dad teaches that avoiding risk entirely often means avoiding opportunity. Growth happens when individuals step outside their comfort zones, learn from experience, and make informed decisions that carry the potential for greater reward. Another key principle is the pursuit of financial knowledge beyond traditional schooling. While formal education provides valuable skills, it often lacks practical financial training. The rich dad advocates for continuous learning, understanding how money flows, how investments work, how to read financial statements, and how to identify opportunities. This knowledge becomes a critical advantage, empowering individuals to make smarter financial choices. Finally, he encourages thinking like an owner rather than an employee. An employee mindset focuses on earning and job security, while an owner mindset focuses on building, growing, and sustaining value. Owners look for ways to create systems that generate income, scale opportunities, and increase long-term wealth. This shift in thinking changes how one sees work, from simply earning a living to creating something that works for you. Together, these principles form a cohesive approach to wealth. Acquire assets, embrace informed risk, continuously learn, and adopt an ownership mindset. It's not just about making money. It's about building a life where money supports your goals, rather than limits them. This mindset unlocks potential for independence and stability beyond what a salary alone can provide. At the core of financial intelligence lies a deceptively simple distinction: assets versus liabilities. Though the definitions are straightforward, their long-term impact on wealth and financial freedom is profound. Assets are anything that puts money into your pocket. They generate income, appreciate in value, or both. Examples include rental properties, stocks that pay dividends, businesses, or any investment that produces consistent returns. Over time, assets create a positive cash flow, allowing money to grow independently of your direct effort. This is the foundation of lasting financial security, because the more assets you own, the less you depend solely on your time and labor to survive. In contrast, liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket. These are ongoing expenses or debts that require continuous financial input without generating income. Common examples include loans, high-interest debt, and even certain purchases that lose value over time while still costing money to maintain. The challenge is that many liabilities are often disguised as symbols of success. Luxury cars, expensive homes beyond one's means, or high-end lifestyles financed by debt. While they may project an image of wealth, they can quietly erode financial stability. The key difference lies in cash flow direction. Assets bring money in, liabilities send money out. Understanding this distinction reshapes financial decisions. Instead of focusing on appearance or short-term gratification, the emphasis shifts to long-term value and sustainability. Ultimately, mastering this concept encourages a deliberate approach to money. Prioritize acquiring assets that grow wealth over time. Be cautious of liabilities that create ongoing financial strain. By consistently choosing assets over liabilities, individuals move closer to true financial independence, where wealth is not just earned, but built and sustained. Many chase wealth by accumulating things, but real wealth is built on assets that grow and create income, not on possessions that pull you further into debt. The rat race is the trap so many fall into, working harder to earn more, only to spend more, take on debt, and become more reliant on jobs. It's a cycle that keeps financial freedom just out of reach. Breaking free requires building passive income, investing wisely, and reducing reliance on earned wages. A critical gap in traditional education is the lack of focus on financial literacy, a skill that directly shapes how individuals earn, manage, and grow their money. Schools often prepare students to excel academically and secure employment, but they rarely equip them with the practical financial knowledge needed to build and sustain wealth in the real world. Robert Kiyosaki strongly emphasizes that this missing education is not just an oversight, it is a fundamental disadvantage. He argues that understanding money should be as essential as reading or mathematics. Without it, individuals may earn income, but lack the ability to manage or grow it effectively, leaving them vulnerable to debt cycles and financial instability. At the heart of financial literacy is the understanding of cash flow, how money moves in and out of one's life. Knowing the difference between income and expenses, and more importantly, how to create positive cash flow, allows individuals to make smarter financial decisions. It shifts the focus from simply earning money to controlling and directing it. Closely tied to this is the ability to grasp basic accounting principles. Understanding financial statements, tracking income and expenses, and distinguishing between assets and liabilities provides clarity and control. Instead of guessing or reacting to financial situations, individuals can make informed, strategic decisions based on real data. Another key component is investing. Schools often encourage saving, but rarely explain how money can grow through investments. Kiyosaki emphasizes learning how to make money work through assets such as stocks, real estate, or businesses. This knowledge enables individuals to move beyond dependence on a paycheck and begin building long-term wealth. Equally important is understanding how businesses operate. Even for those who do not start their own companies, thinking like a business owner, recognizing opportunity, managing risk, and creating value enhances financial awareness. It teaches individuals to look beyond employment and consider how systems, investments, and enterprises generate income. Ultimately, Kiyosaki's message is clear. Financial education is not optional, it is essential. Without it, people may work hard yet struggle financially. With it, they gain the tools to build assets, manage risks, and create opportunities, paving the way toward financial independence and lasting security. It's the roadmap to a new mindset where income is just part of the equation, and true security comes from knowledge and action. Rich Dad Poor Dad is not about chasing higher paychecks or job security. It's about changing how you see money. It reveals that real freedom comes from making money serve you, not the other way around. The challenge is clear. Stop asking, how can I earn more? Start asking, how can I make money work for me? That shift is where transformation begins. Thanks for watching the video till this point. Please do us a favor and subscribe to the channel for more videos.